Hey guys, Joe from SurviveTheWild.us here. I'm just out for a hike. It's about 1:30, 1:45 in the afternoon. I haven't had anything to eat yet, not a single bite. So I'm out in search of food. Sun's out. It looks like spring, but it's not. It's the beginning of March. It's just the you could see around me. You know, there's a lot of ground breaking through the snow because it warmed up. And it rained a couple days in a row, and it pretty much melted away most of the snow. But so even though it looks like spring, the trees aren't fooled. They're not producing any food yet or anything like that. So I'm going to see what I can find to fill my belly. So there's some rocks here, some granite rocks. And often times on granite rocks, especially facing the morning sun or the most sun, you'll find rock tripe, or this is called actually navel lichen, is what it is. Rock tripe, navel lichen, Tripe de roche, Umbilisaria mammulata. Right here. It's called Umbilisaria mammulata because umbilical, as it's like attached almost like an umbilical cord, like in the center, like a navel. That's why it's called navel lichen. It's got the black on one side, green on the other. Now it's been raining, so these are nice and leathery and in a brighter green. A lot of times you'll find them there dried out and crumbly, which is just as good. You can just crumble them up, think of it like oatmeal, and put it in a cup and boil it up. You just want to clean them off and get as much of the root off as possible. But there's only a little small amount here. I don't know if you can see the difference between the rock and the tripe, but tripe, there's a good bit of it right there. There you go, that's a big boy. Anyways, I'm gonna collect this stuff up and go in search of a much larger growth area for it. Facing into the sun, so I don't know if you can see that from here, but I'm gonna walk up to it. See that? See those rocks? Man, I hit the mother lode. This is what you're looking for. Not a little bit, a lot. That one's covered. That one up there is covered. This is the one. These are the ones I want. Look at these guys. Look at that rock. Absolutely just covered in it. Look at the size of these things compared to my hand. So that whole rock is just covered. So that is meal enough for plenty. I'm gonna grab up a whole bunch of this stuff, and then I gotta head back to water. I can still hear it from here, so it's not too far, but I gotta head back to water to rinse it off and get some water to cook it up. That's a nice find. It's a decent spot to get me down by the water and get out on those two rocks and rinse the tripe off in the water. Now it's about 40 degrees out, and I'm sweating a little bit moving around. I got some clothes on. Now if it was real cold out, well, a lot of this would be frozen over for one thing, or hidden under snow, and you wouldn't want to be putting it'd be too cold to put your fingers in the water to rinse the stuff off. So if that was the case, if it's real cold and there's snow everywhere, you just take the tripe and flip them upside down, black side down, or both sides, but black first because that's the dirtiest. And just rub them on the snow. There's plenty of snow around. Just rub them on the snow until they're all cleaned off. But I'm gonna clean them. I'm gonna clean them in the water right now. So this is what I'm out with. Just This is just my LC harness. That's it. That's my camera tripod I have to strap to me, and just my trekking poles there. There's my K-bar, and so what I got for a cook kit right now is I got the Arctic Canteen, the vacuum so it doesn't freeze in the winter, the cup that goes on the bottom, and that's what I'll cook it in. And over here on the rock is my big pile of tripe. So I'm just gonna squat down here, and I'll have to put the camera down in a minute to actually be efficient, but I'm just gonna rub the bottoms, rub the black, and get as much dirt off them as I can, and then put them in tear them up into little pieces so I can fit more into my cup. Then add some water, and then I'll get it cooking. So I got this thing filled up pretty good. I keep ripping it up and pushing it down, and there's quite a bit in there. So I think that's enough for one meal, and I definitely gathered a bunch because I got plenty there. I'm gonna save till later. Now I just gotta find a place to cook it. So I'm gonna get some water in here. I'll just get it right out of the river. I'm gonna boil it anyway, so it's gonna be plenty safe. I gotta find a place to set up a little stove here. See what I can find. Found a nice little cubby here. There's rock there, rock here, a little ways away from the water. Just gonna set up right under that. I think rock pitch is over pretty good. Pitch some heat back. I'm not gonna have a big fire anyways. Just enough to cook. I'm not camping here. So, anyways, I'll get it cooking. Yeah. Getting the fire going here. It's just a little guy so far. But that, gotta love a stone backer, especially when they're pitched down like that, man, because it really kicks the heat back at you. It's great for when you're sleeping. Anyways, if you're wondering, I just used a lighter and birch bark today. I'm not out trying to start by hand drill. I'm not trying to find some food. Not use too much energy. Anyways, I'm gonna keep stoking it, and then I'll get a little area where I can put my my cup to cook. Okay, got it cooking now. I just took a couple wet bigger logs, well, not logs, but you know, bigger sticks here, and made a little Y so I could set my stove on it. I mean, not my stove, my my cup. And so the coal bed's in there. And I'll just keep stoking it from underneath, and pushing it backwards with a stick. And now you probably should boil this stuff like a couple times, you know, and clean the water, you know, clean the water out. Boil it again, but I'm just gonna boil it up once. I think it's pretty clean. It's been raining like crazy. This stuff is fresh green. It hasn't been, you know, dried out sitting all winter. So I'm just gonna boil it the once real good. I'll let it boil for a good couple minutes anyways, which is more than enough. All right, guys. So it's 3:15 now. So let's see. It was 1:30, 1:45. I should say 1:30. So that's 3. So it's been about an hour and 45 minutes since I started trying to secure a meal. This has been brought to a full boil once. It's about ready to eat. It's hot right now, so I'm just gonna dump some of the water out. Water's dark, and I'm just gonna use some snow to cool it down. So I can eat it here. more. It's actually the first time I cooked in this cup, in my Arctic Canteen cup. I normally use my either a Heineken can, which you can hang over the fire with a wire, or my NATO canteen cup, an aluminum canteen. That's what I usually have. But I'm trying to switch up to the Arctic Canteen for the winter, and I don't have I have one Heineken can on me, but not the one I usually cook in. Okay, so there it is. You can see here's some big pieces. Tried to rip it up into little pieces, but not so much. Not the tastiest stuff in the world, but it'll fill my belly. It's a meal. And that's what I ultimately care about. This is one of the most readily available food sources, especially in the winter. They've tested it on mice to prove that it is a nutritious survival food. It's actually shown immune system boosting properties as well. So it's hard to fork out. I'm trying to figure out what it tastes like to describe it, but yeah, it doesn't really taste like anything I can verbalize. It tastes like rock tripe. Anyways, Joe from SurviveTheWild.us here. Have a good one.